Hello, Louise. How are you today?
Great, Alicia. Thanks for doing this for OPA for the wonderful retreat we have coming up.
Very exciting to have you. It's an honor. You have written at least two books, and so we're really lucky to have you. Three at this point. Okay, and I know more probably in the works. Um,
Yes.
so for the Oprah retreat, if you could discuss what is the name of the track that you will be covering at the retreat?
Yeah, I'm actually a peer group leader for OPA. So I am running an in-person peer group, and peer groups are just small groups of 5 people, including me. And it is what it says. It's a peer group to help astrologers develop their business plan to become kind of more ethical and better astrologers in practice. And it's a beautiful process that goes towards OPA certification, which I am OPA certified too. So tracks are slightly different. They teach a technique of astrology. The peer group is more towards the certification. So that's what I'm running.
Fantastic, and thank you for differentiating that for folks who may not be aware of the nuances between the two.
Mm.
Fantastic. So we'll move right along. So what is your experience and style of astrology?
Yeah, I'm self-taught at first many years ago, and then more formally trained really as an evolutionary astrologer. But I've kind of developed my own style, as many of us do. I probably call myself more of a metaphysical astrologer now because I integrate shamanic practices and other things into my astrology now. So really it's become kind of a blend. Officially, I'm an evolutionary astrologer, but the evolutionary astrologers of the Jeffrey Wolf Green School might disagree if they had a reading with me. So there you go. I think we all develop our own what works for us eventually. So yeah.
Understood. And
Mm.
for those who might be considering purchasing, this opportunity with you, what would you say are the core sort of tenets of evolutionary astrology? Maybe
Mm.
just in a few words.
Yeah, well, the thing it's about the soul's evolution through the evolution of the birth chart throughout life. But the peer group process really is welcome to any form of astrologer. All the attendees in a peer group do a short one-on-one reading for another attendee, and whatever style of astrology uh, they use, they practice. It doesn't matter. There's no judgment about technique. It's more about how you consult with the client and how you run your business professionally and ethically. So really, it doesn't really matter what kind of astrology I practice for this retreat. So
Fantastic. That's good to know.
yeah.
And then finally, what is the level of astrological knowledge that is needed for your track?
Yeah. To do the peer group and to move into the process of becoming certified with OPA, you have to have been practicing for at least 6 months for paid readings. And so that really already implies that you have done training and learning. And so, that's really the main practice. You have to have an active astrology business. It can be pretty part-time. You don't have to be full-time, but you have to have taken that leap and be working as a professional astrologer for money.
And that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Are there any other insights or anything you'd like to share?
Well, I guess I'd love to say that the peer group process is so great because we work on business plans as well. And we work on, what the person, helping them to kind of get clear on what kind of astrology business they want to build and really help them to move towards that. and they can do future peer groups, but they have to leave a certain time between them so we can see that they are developing as astrologers in their own way. Again, it's a very non-judgmental process, but I also want to give a plug for OPA retreats. I'm a little bit of an introvert. I noticed you on one of your things said you're INFJ, and so am I. And
Oh, wow,
so
we have that in common.
I don't love going to a lot of retreats or a lot of conferences really, but OPA retreats are more intimate and much more supportive in many ways, or that's how they feel for me. And the venue is amazing. I used to live a mile from it, and I now live fairly close still. And I know the venue, and the mountains and the setting is just glorious. So, if anybody feels encouraged to come, you will not only connect with other astrologers and maybe do a track and learn a new technique or pursue certification and hear great speakers, but you're also being an amazing location. And it's going to be like a retreat, which is why they call it a retreat.
Exactly. And from my understanding, what you really get out of it is, in addition to obviously exposure to many great minds in astrology, it's really a 6-day immersive uh, experience, um,
Mhm.
with the final, I believe, 3 days being, where you can either be part of the immersive track or the peer groups and whatnot. And
Yeah.
then the location itself, some of the rooms I heard have hot tubs on the decks, things like that. So there's really an opportunity to like have mind and body, as we can
And the
see behind me.
Yeah, the pool area is gorgeous. It actually goes inside and out. So, and there's lovely hiking trails around. So, and lots of places to eat. And I believe all of the faculty, including me, we're kind of going to have a list where attendees can go, well, I'd like to have dinner with that faculty member that night. Because conferences, there's always a bit of a bun fight to go to dinner with the speakers.
Oh, I'm sure it ends up being a large group of astrological minds going to dinner, which is fantastic for anyone who's choosing to attend the retreat, getting
Mm,
exposure to people that they otherwise wouldn't. So
yeah,
it sounds like a
exactly.
fantastic opportunity.
And
Um,
you'll make great connections as well that will really kind of move you forward, and it's just a very supportive, um, encouraging environment, and OPA as an organization is as well. So, mhm.
Great.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Alicia. Thank you for doing this. I think I actually did the first interviews for a retreat. Not the last one, maybe, or the one before. It was my idea that we should do these video interviews for the faculty. So thank
Oh,
you for
wow.
doing it this time.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely welcome. And it was funny, and I can stop the recording if you like, let me know. Um,
They
but
can come. They need
Oh
to.
yeah, I wanted to become involved. I actually was looking for an opportunity with Kepler, and then I connected with Lori, and she mentioned this opportunity. And so that's why I'm doing it now. And I was actually supposed to meet with Kay before speaking to you, but it looks like I had an opportunity to speak with you first. So hopefully I did it justice, having not have had a chance to speak with Kay directly. But I think that people will get from this, hopefully they'll hear what you had to say and be encouraged to participate and to come out to the retreat.
And I think Kate knows that I know the organization and the process well
Oh,
enough.
yes.
You'll be happy with what we talked about.
Oh, I'm sure she will. And should we talk about at all what people can expect day to day? There was a mention of like maybe going through like each day, or do you think that's
Well,
necessary?
well, I can do it really quickly, yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah. So the first day really is arrival day, and there's a wonderful a welcome reception, with food. that's more informal, where it's a mingly kind of reception in a beautiful room. It's amazing. And that's where you'll kind of get to meet people you've perhaps always wanted to meet or reconnect with people. And then we have the main speaker day, which is, I believe, available as a one-day pass for people who can attend just for one day, maybe from local. And the speakers are amazing. I won't go through them all, but and then we'd spend 3 days in these smaller, more intimate groups. But then there's always the mingling before and afterwards, particularly in the evenings, where you'll reconnect with other people outside your small group. And then the travel home day. So I think there's only 4 days of actual kind of learning, speaking and things. But, you know, it's worth kind of staying for the whole thing, I think, to get the whole experience. It's quite wonderful, which is why I'm very committed to working with OPA and always going to their retreats. So yeah, I think everybody would find it very, especially for those of us that are INFJ.
Yes, if you might be more of an introvert, this is the retreat for you. But also, even if you're not, I'm sure
Oh,
it's
it's good
a
for
fantastic opportunity to just meet people and connect and talk. And actually, I find that in even as someone who's tends to like be more comfortable on my own, when I go to retreats like this with like minds and people um who are studying astrology in my day-to-day life, I don't have people like that around me. So I'm actually more likely to appear, I would say, more extroverted because I'm excited to talk to the people about a common interest. So I would say
that.
that it works well
That
that
was
way.
that was my experience at my first OPA retreat, which was the first astrology conference I ever went to in person. It was like, oh, I could just talk about astrology the whole time. Because yeah, my husband's not into astrology at all. So there you go.
Right.
So
Great.
yeah, it's quite the experience, and it's wonderful. And I'm looking forward to meeting you now. So there
Oh,
you go.
well, we'll see if I will be there.
Oh, oh no, I hope you do. Hope you get to, because it's lovely. So,
Amazing. Well, either way, people will be really lucky to get one-on-one, basically one-on-one time with you and all of the other peer group leaders. And yeah, thank you for your time.
thank you, Alicia.